Hey everyone, I'm Justin with AmericanMuscle.com, checking out the new Monster LED headlights from MP Concepts, available for your 2015 through 2017 Mustang, including all 2018 and newer Shelby models. You guys should be checking out these Monster headlights if you're looking to make a pretty dramatic change from the factory styled headlights and prefer a bold LED daytime running light. So as you guys can see, this is a pretty radical concept from the gang over at MP Concepts, and they're designed to make your ride stand out from the rest thanks mainly to the huge change in the DRL design. Now, as you know, your factory lights do use that more traditional tri-bar gill design for the DRLs. Well, the MP Concepts Monsters here, on the other hand, are going to utilize this big swoosh, as I like to call it, going from basically one side of the headlight to the other before kind of swooping up and framing the included projector. Now, it does make for a very striking look when those DRLs are fired up, but as you guys can see, even with those things turned off, it really does help change up the appearance thanks to the combination or contrast of that white diffused DRL and the gloss black housing. Now, personally, guys, I think these things would look completely awesome on an Oxford white car, but if you take some time and check out our customer submitted images, you see they do look pretty good on other color cars as well. Moving into construction, and again, you're gonna find the combination of that gloss, almost piano black housing working with the white DRL, and that's all topped off with a crystal clear polycarbonate lens, which makes for, again, a very different look, especially when compared to your OE lights. Now, the Monsters are going to maintain that single projector. That's gonna handle both your high and low beam duties through the included LEDs, meaning the Monsters are ready to go, ready to install right out of the box. They do not require you to open up or transfer anything over from your stock headlights over to the new options here. Turnkey right out of the box, and they are fully adjustable. If you do need to aim that projector, you do have the adjustments built in for very easy adjustment. Now, because the MP Concepts Monsters do feature that kind of turnkey design, meaning they include everything needed right out of the box, all of your LEDs, all of the electronics, the price is going to reflect that a little bit more compared to other options that might require you to swap over your factory bulbs. Now, you're going to be looking at right around the low $900 price point for the Monsters here, which puts these among, I would say, most of your aftermarket headlight options for the S550 that do include all of your LED lighting. Install, according to the site, is gonna get a pretty soft 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter here. Take you at least an hour to complete from start to finish, maybe a little bit more. And I just say that because, yes, even though these headlights do feature that plug and play design, you will still need to remove your factory front bumper in order to remove your factory headlights first and swap over the new MP Concepts option. So because of all that, just expect things to take maybe a little bit longer than you might expect. But now what do you say we head out to the shop? Let's talk about our detailed walkthrough and tool breakdown.
For this install, you need a ratchet, a 13, 10, 8, and 7mm socket, and a clip removal tool. All right, today we're gonna be installing some headlights on our Mustang. First, we're gonna watch a quick video how to uninstall stock ones, then we'll come back here to install the new ones.
So for this install, we're gonna have to get the car up in the air a little bit, and we're gonna have to remove the front bumper. It's a pretty simple process. I'm gonna walk you through it. So let's get started. I'm gonna start by using my clip tool to remove the clips that hold the upper rad cover on, and I'll just pull these out and pull the rad cover off. So with my rad cover out of the way, I can take my 8mm socket and remove the 6 8mm screws along the top of the bumper, but don't forget the 7mm screws hiding underneath the weather strip here, and I'm just gonna use a 7mm socket to get those out. Now I need to pull back my inner fender liner here up against the front bumper. There are 4 clips here on the inside of the wheel well. One of ours is missing, but just imagine that it's there. And there's 2 at the bottom that I'll have to remove. And then I can pull my wheel well liner back far enough to gain access to the bolt that is behind the liner on the corner of the front bumper. I'm just gonna use my clip tool once again to pull the clips out, and then I can pull the liner back. So back here at the corner of this bumper, there is a plastic bracket that mounts the fender to the bumper, and there's a 7mm screw that goes through the two and attaches the bumper into the fender. And what you're gonna have to do is take a 7mm socket on your ratchet to remove it. Now, our bumper has been off so many times that hardware is missing, but all you need is a 7mm socket and ratchet, and it'll come right out. Now I'm just gonna repeat this exact same process on the other side of the vehicle, and once again, remove the 7mm screw here at the corner of the bumper. Now you can pull your fender liner back once again and remove the 7mm screw right here. With our fender liners pulled back and the corner of our bumper unbolted, now we can unhook our fog lights and turn signals, as these are going to be coming off with the bumper when we remove it from the car. So I'm just gonna unplug my connectors and pull them off the back of the lights. And then I'm just gonna do the same thing on the other side. So next, I'm going to use a combination of a clip removal tool and a 7mm socket on my impact to remove the 4 screws and 2 clips on the bottom of the belly pan, but I'm going to leave it attached to the front bumper so everything comes off in one piece. Let's go with the screws first. So now you're going to want to very carefully pop the corners of the front bumper out. Make sure not to damage these tabs, as you will need them to reinstall the bumper. And with both of the corners popped off now, we can remove the front bumper. So now that I have my bumper pulled off, I have access to all the hardware for the headlight. I'm going to use a 10mm socket for the top and bottom 10mm screws and a 13mm socket for the outer screw. So now I can remove my headlight and unplug the connector.
All right, before we install our new light, we just need to swap over one clip. So you'll see on the bottom outside mounting point, there is a metal tab on the back. Now, ours is broken just from being removed so many times. But if you need to, you can just use your trim panel tool and just pop that clip off. Normally it would just be a slot, and it slides off there. You can set that aside. Grab our new light, and then just slide your clip on. You want to make sure that the threaded part, is in the back like that. Now we can install our new light. All right, now we can install our new light. We're going to grab our connector, plug that in. We can get our headlight into place. Line up on our mounting tabs. And we can grab our 2 bolts. Start with our 2 10mm bolts in the front here. Just thread them in, top and bottom. We could just thread our 1 13mm bolt on the side, just to keep everything located. Grab our ratchet and 10mm socket, tighten our front 2 down first. All right, we'll switch to our 13mm socket and tighten our side 1 down. Once you have this one all done, you can go ahead and do the same thing for the other side. All right, now that our new headlights are installed, we're going to reinstall our bumper. So we're just going to set this into place. Easiest way is just to set the front over first. There are the locking pins on the front, so it won't go anywhere. And come around to the sides. Tap the corners in. Then we can start securing everything. We can start underneath and work our way up. All right, so now we're gonna start by securing underneath. We have our 2 bolts in the front, 4 in the back, and then 2 push clips on either side. We're gonna start with our screws, grab our ratchet 7mm socket, tighten them down. We have our 4 in the back. Now we are just missing 1, so we're only installing 3, but you would install all 4. Grab 2 of our push clips, install them there and there. All right, so now we're in our wheel well. We still have it pulled back. We're gonna plug in our connectors again. So we have our main connector right there. 2-pin down at the bottom for a fog light. And then our little gray one on the side. All right, so now before we get our wheel liner back in place, you just wanna make sure that you reinstall your 7mm bolt that holds the fender and the bumper together. Now ours is obviously missing, but you want to do that right now. And then once you have that done, you can get your fender liner back in place and reinstall all of your push clips. Grab our one inside right there. One down the bottom corner. Don't forget about the one underneath. And then the 3 up the side. And the one tucked up in the corner here. You might not be able to see it, but there is that 3rd one. Once you have this done, you go do the same thing on the other side. All right, so now we're reinstalling our bolts that go across the front here. So I'm just gonna thread them in real quick. Grab our ratchet 8mm socket and tighten those down. All right, don't forget about the 2 on the ends here, right under the flap. Now ours have been replaced with different hardware, so we have Phillips head screws, but you should still have 8mm screws holding that in. Then we can put our top trim piece on, line that up, and install the rest of our push clips. Once you have that done, you can close your hood and you're good to go. And that wraps up our install of our MP Concepts Monster LED headlights with a black housing and clear lens for our 2015 to 2017 Mustang and our 2018 to 2022 Mustang GT350 and GT500. And remember, for everything Mustang, keep it right here at AmericanMuscle.com.